promise I haven't gone mad. There is a reason why I'm in my pyjamas for today's video. I'm going to be talking about staying in for New Year's Eve. Now I had this whole plan of doing a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial, which you would know if you watched my vlogs during December, but it kind of all failed. And then I realised I'm not actually worrying about the makeup I'm wearing on New Year's Eve. I mean, I haven't been out on New Year's Eve for years, since I went to the Millennium Wheel and it was a disaster of a night. I always go to my friend's house and we spend the evening in onesies and pyjamas, playing games, drinking and eating. It's really cozy and we don't have to worry about getting cabs home or getting wet or cold, so we just stay in. And when I tweeted asking you guys, I'd say 95% of you that tweeted back said you're also staying in. So instead of doing a going out, get ready with me or makeup tutorial this year, I decided to do a little video for you guys who are staying in on New Year's Eve. So I'm going to be showing you two recipes I'm absolutely loving right now. Neither are at all difficult, they're so easy and they're completely comforting. New Year's Eve is all about staying in and eating chocolates, and you know, you can be healthy on the 1st of January, but for the 31st of December, you need to go all out with the sugar. The first recipe is going to be my brookie recipe, which I've posted on my blog, and you guys have been insane this month, sending me photos of your brookies. I'm so glad that so many of you have made them and loved them. And then the second recipe is going to be a hot chocolate recipe. It's kind of like a hazelnut hot chocolate, mint chocolate chip float, kinda. So let's start with the brookie recipe. If you don't know what a brookie is, it's kind of like a cookie mixed with a brownie because it's slightly crispy on the outside but really soft and browny and gooey on the inside. They're so easy to make. You need a bit of prep time, but once you've done that, they're so quick and they only need about 10 minutes in the oven. I'm going to add all the exact measurements that you need for the brookie recipe down below in the description box, and I'll try and do a bit of converting if I can, but if you use different measurements, I'm sure a quick Google will give you the conversion. So let me start and tell you what you need for the brookie recipe. So these are all the ingredients you're going to need for the brookie recipe. You're going to need 4 large eggs, cocoa powder, sunflower or vegetable oil, icing sugar, plain flour, baking powder, caster sugar, vanilla extract, and some salt. So the first thing you need to do is mix together the cocoa powder, the caster sugar, and the vegetable oil. Mix that all together. Now you can do this by hand or with an electric whisk. I would recommend an electric whisk, but we did this by hand just to show you guys that it can be done. Then you're going to want to beat in your eggs one at a time before stirring in the vanilla extract. This is what it should look like when you're done. You then want to combine the flour, baking powder and salt. Stir it all into the mixture before covering and leave it to chill for around 4 hours in the fridge, although I've left it for 1 or 2 hours before and it still works fine. You're going to want to line your baking tray and then into a bowl or plate pour in some of your icing sugar. Preheat your oven and then you're going to start rolling out your brookies. Now we used about half a teaspoon and it does look like quite a runny formula, but once you start rolling it into the icing sugar, it's much easier to roll. And you really want to cover it in icing sugar because that's what gives the nice kind of snowy effect. This makes a lot of brookies, about 75, so just keep rolling and rolling and putting a tray in one by one. Line them out on the tray and the balls should be quite small and have some good space between them. And then you want to put them in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. We normally do about 11, but it does depend on how hot your oven is. This is what they should look like when they're done. And then all you need to do is take them out and put them to cool on the side, although I can never wait that long. they're absolutely delicious. As I said, the full recipe, instructions and ingredients will be listed below in the description box. Okay, so brookie's done, and this recipe makes a lot of brookies. I did about 4 or 5 trays full when I made them, and it seems like loads, but trust me, they go so quickly. They're so addictive and light and easy to eat, and I just eat like 5 or 6 at a time. So now let me talk you through the hot chocolate. Now this is definitely for the mint chocolate lovers. Rich tried this and hated it because he said it tasted like toothpaste, but I love mint chocolate and anything kind of minty chocolatey. So if you do too, you should love this. I don't like my hot chocolates too chocolatey and sickly, but you can always add in more Nutella if you like it to be really chocolatey. So let me tell you how to make it. You're gonna need an ice cream scooper, some mint chocolate chip ice cream, Nutella, a mug, and some milk. I like to froth up some milk, but if you don't have a milk frother, this isn't essential, it's just something I like to do. So I pour in a mug of milk into a saucepan and heat that gently. I then add in a big spoonful of Nutella. Now here you can add in as many spoonfuls as you like, but 1 big spoonful is enough for me. You then mix it in as it all heats up and melts together. Once the Nutella's all melted, you can then pour that into your mug. And then this is where I like to add a bit of frothy milk. I then add in 1 big dollop of mint chocolate chip ice cream. And although it may not look that pretty, there you have your hazelnut mint chocolate chip float, and I think it's delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed those 2 recipes, and maybe you can make them tonight or tomorrow night on New Year's Eve. Especially if you're staying in, a hot chocolate and a brookie together makes the perfect New Year's Eve. Wherever you are around the world, I hope you have a really fun, enjoyable and safe night tomorrow night. I'm really looking forward to 2015, and thank you guys so much for everything this year. You have just been the dream audience. I love you guys, you're so nice to me. You leave such lovely comments and I just love chatting with you. We all have so much in common, so thank you if you've ever left a comment or liked a video or interacted with me in any way on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, my blog. Thank you. Have a lovely New Year's Eve, and I'll see you guys in 2015. Bye!